How's it going, everyone? Bass here. So I am making this video pretty late as I've been pretty busy today, but nonetheless, the rumor mill for Green Bay has been running hot today. A rumor came out earlier on Reddit saying that Sammy Watkins was in Green Bay and that if he were to pass a physical, the Packers would end up signing him. And obviously, take this with a grain of salt. It is just a rumor. But a Redditor once was right about the whole Davante Adams being traded to Las Vegas thing. So usually where there's smoke, there is fire. And the post recently has been deleted, so who knows if that means he was told to delete it. But regardless, this wanted me to talk about the idea of Sammy Watkins possibly coming to Green Bay. So Sammy Watkins, most recently with the Baltimore Ravens, will be 29 years old in 2 months' time. Was drafted in 2014 with the 4th overall pick to the Buffalo Bills. And Sammy Watkins has also been with the Rams, the Chiefs, and like I mentioned, most recently, Baltimore. He's amassed over 5,500 receiving yards and 35 touchdowns in his career. But most recently in 2021 with the Ravens, he's had career lows in almost every category. He had 27 receptions, 394 yards, and 1 touchdown most recently last year with the Ravens, all the lowest amount in any of his years since 2014. He also didn't get a single reception in the last 4 games for the Ravens, and he's only been a 1,000-plus yard wide receiver once in his career in 2015, so he really hasn't lived up to that 4th overall draft selection. Now, Sammy Watkins is a 6'1", 211-pound wide receiver, and he did have 4.43 speed coming out of Clemson. It was a really, really good player in college, and that's the reason why he was drafted 4th overall. But like I said, just has not lived up to that. So with all the things considered I just mentioned, Sammy Watkins wouldn't come into the building and automatically be the Packers' #1 wide receiver, but he certainly could help. A very weak wide receiver room, likely to add 2 or 3 wide receivers in this upcoming draft, could surely use a veteran signing like Sammy Watkins. I made a couple of videos in the past discussing free agents and potential trades for some veteran wide receivers. So for the Packers to potentially sign a veteran wide receiver, I'm on board with. It could also make wide receiver not such a dire need come draft time. Now, they should still spend one of their first-round draft picks on a wide receiver, but it would allow them to move around some, I think. Now, Watkins did just have a 961-yard season just 2 years ago with Patrick Mahomes, and Allen Lazard has never eclipsed 550 yards, and Randall Cobb hasn't eclipsed 500-plus yards in his last 2 years. Watkins also takes basically all of his snaps out wide, 87.1% in 2021, which Green Bay desperately needs wide receivers that play out wide. So overall, if this were to happen, I wouldn't be mad at the signing, depending on the price, of course. Would add, like I said, just more veteran presence to this wide receiver room that's likely to be a very young group in the next couple of weeks. And speaking of price, he most recently signed with Baltimore last year. He signed a 1-year, $5 million deal. I don't see him commanding that much again. I'd be happy if the Packers went out and signed Sammy Watkins for around 1 year for around $3 million total. So if that was the case and they signed him to that deal and he was brought in and it wasn't much guaranteed money and they could technically get rid of him in training camp if they really wanted to, hey, why not? But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What would you think if the Packers went out and signed Sammy Watkins? Now, obviously, there still is a big wide receiver need even if Sammy Watkins is signed, and the draft, they will surely address that. But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below what you would think of this signing. And of course, if you are new here and want more Packers news, analysis, and updates, please go down and click that subscribe button and also leave a like on the video. It supports my channel a ton. But on that note, I'll catch you all on the next one, and as always, go Pack Go.